Ron, you shaking your head. Ron right there with you. Brother said, look, he right on. Need Key to help me out. What's your next step? Come on. Come on, talk to me. What's your next step now? Your next step. Be honest now. We said we in church. Come on. You're going to win. Okay. You're not going to let it go. All right. Take it back there further, check it. All right. So, Cheryl. Okay, you going with the avoidance routine. Okay, now he started shaking his head with you. You got a friend over there. Okay, come on. You gonna avoid him?
Yeah. After I say what I have to say.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. That ain't no. So wait a minute. You gonna say it walking away from him like this? All right. So you done. Come on, Wayne. Oh, you got circumstances here. He got circumstantial behavior.
We got a conflict and say we have to work side by side each other. You're not gonna be able to avoid that.
Well, some folks do, right? I mean, they might work beside you, but they ain't gonna speak to you. You know, they just gonna get their job done, and that's gonna be it. And they just gonna say what they need to say, and that's gonna be it, right? Come on, Robert.
I tend to just keep going at them.
You going at them? You
Listen.
gonna listen? We
You get exhausted from that.
you.
Because, it's easy to turn your back on somebody.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And I just tend to listen. You're going to listen. I'm trying to tell you this. I'm trying to tell you. And, sometimes it just falls flat.
Okay. All right.
That's all you can do.
All right. Come on, Mr. Brooklyn. You walk away. Okay. All right. So now that we've had this moment, Deacon Boss, we didn't get to hear you. You tried to hide out back there. You see, she sit back almost like she was invisible, like paint on the wall. She wasn't moving. She wasn't giving me nothing. Come on. Okay, you going with the ignoring route. Okay. But we got some real Christians up in here, don't we? We got some. This is some good stuff here. All right. So okay. So now we know what we will do. Let's see what Jesus tells us we ought to do. All right. Boyd, what does verse 16 say, bro? Look in the text. That's page 5, on page 5. What does verse 16 say?
But if they will not listen, take one or two others along, so that every matter may
be established by 2 or 3 witnesses. All right. All I really want you to say was take 1 or 2 along with you, right? That's good, right? So now, how many of you have ever tried that one? Oh, Cheryl, you have. Anybody else done tried it? Okay, you done tried it. Okay, Brother Thomas done tried it. So tell me how that turned. Oh, Veronica, you done tried it too. Okay, we got some folks who done tested the scriptures here. Come on, Cheryl, talk to us first.
Well, I took them to a restaurant.
Oh, wait a minute. We're going to get this live right here. This is number 2. Come on.
I took them to a restaurant. This was a very close relative, and we had not spoken
Now,
to them.
to reveal no names.
Okay. And so I decided that we would go to a restaurant. That way there couldn't be any hollering.
Oh.
And we talked in the restaurant. I had to finally concede to the fact that this person just wasn't going to change, and I had to accept them for who they were.
Okay, but now did you take some others with you though?
Well, I had the whole restaurant.
I got you had all. Okay, gotcha.
Everybody would be there.
So
they couldn't get access.
Gotcha. That was your plan. Gotcha. Okay.
And we couldn't act with each other because we couldn't get loud in the restaurant.
Okay, gotcha. We have to act decent. We're gonna let Veronica over here tell us how her situation went. Come on, Veronica. Talk on into the mic there. Pull it on to you. Yeah, you grab it. Yeah. There you go.
Well, I'm going to say something embarrassing first.
All right. We all family here.
Okay.
We only going to put it on Facebook after we get home. We're not going to do it Facebook Live. But go ahead. I'm just kidding.
First, I have a master's degree in conflict resolution.
Okay, good.
And I didn't master it.
Okay.
So that's the first.
Okay.
And so I do this often in my workplace where we have a lot But when I've taken other people, people tend to feel like you're ganging up on them.
Right.
So it has never worked for me to say, let's, talk. Well, what you bring them for?
Mm-hmm.
Why are they here?
Okay.
So that part didn't work.
It didn't work. Good. This is what we want. So we see Jesus have made some mistakes is what we're trying to see here. Okay. Okay. Who else had a hand up back here? Come on. Come on. Come on.
This can go a couple of ways.
Uh-oh.
Because if you're taking someone along to affirm your foolishness, it's not going to work out the way you want it to.
Okay.
Take someone along who the person you're having conflict is comfortable with and whose opinion they'll respect, and it may go a little bit better for you.
Okay. All right. I saw you wave your flag. Come on. Talking to the mic. Don't put it over here. Talk on into it. Come on.
I think that if I was in a conflict and two people came to me, I'd probably be ready to fight.
Okay. All right. So it's like you're ganging up on you. Okay. All right, slapping Thomas. Come on. Yeah.
Well,
Not doubting Thomas. He gonna say automatic. We can call him AT, automatic Thomas. Come on.
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, it was a coworker of mine, and I did try to go to him one-on-one. And it got to the point whereby he was like, when I walked up and always, also. After trying it a couple times, I did it one time. I did it twice, actually. And so what I did was, I did take another brother with me. That's been probably 15 years, a long time.
Right.
I did take another brother who was supposed to be a friend of his. He says, "But Willie, what's going on?" And he said, he don't want to talk about it. So basically, after that, guys, I just simply just,
Okay. All right.
Because, we wasn't in church. I can't take him for the church because it's a coworker. So basically,
Right.
What the word says, it says, live peaceably with all men if possible. So I feel like sometimes we're just like oil and water. We can't get along, then we speak to them and keep on keeping it up.
So your piece is your piece over there, my piece over here.
Yes, sir.
All right. Ron, you got something to say on that, bro? He good. All right. So now let's wrestle with the text here a little bit and look at some of the wording. Again, Jesus is talking about individuals who are believers. This won't necessarily work, Veronica, in your workplace. Okay? Thomas, again, it may not work in your workplace.
So true.
Because hopefully we're dealing with two people who have the same belief system. Is the desire that you have some commonality or something that you can build on why in this relationship. That's the hope, okay? Now, the text says here, one or two, what are those key words? Now, 2 or 3 witnesses. So hopefully it is someone who either knows about the situation or the persons, witness to who you are and witness to who they are. All right? Now, it is, again, one of those things you have to do some planning. You just can't arbitrarily pick people, all right, because they can think they're ganging up on you, because oftentimes we want to take allies, not witnesses. That's 2 different things. And people can feel when you're coming at them with allies. Okay? And so you can feel that they're coming at you. And it's already going to be a hostile situation because now you feel that, who's that? Okay. That Jesus calling again? He's on the main line. You can't, just tap it. Look, she's trying to cover it up. It's all right, sure. We know it's you. You always the one getting the call. Look, she's trying to hide her hand and act like ain't nobody here. All right. So let's get back to the text. So we're not talking about, let's go back. So in the second step, we want to make certain that the individuals that you're selecting are mature believers. Okay? Mature. And
What happens when they're not the believers?
no. See, this is again, this is internally how we handle it internally. See, and we're going to talk about you're going to the restaurant. That really is not what we talk about 2 or 3 witnesses. You wanted somebody to be able to witness the fight when it breaks out. Yes, she said, I'm going to have me 2 or 3 witnesses. So, yes, sir, come on.
And you might already address this, I don't know.
No, I haven't. Come on.
The conflict resolution, what I kept thinking about, when do you know to have the right wisdom when to address that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. So you mean when to go to the person?
Yeah.
All right. Well, first, if they have offended you,
Because sometimes you have to be the right time, sometimes you have the wisdom, because, I can't think where is it, somewhere in Proverbs it says where you should overlook an offense sometimes.
Right, okay, so let's just stay right. When should you go at them? The first thing that we said, Wayne, is that we need to first pray about it. Okay, we need to get ourselves at a place where we're not as hot as we were when it happened. Now, only you know your cooling off period. Only you know that, all right? But sometimes you think you're cooled off till you see them, right? That's right, you're right. You think, you know, I got this. But then when you see it all start rushing back in, right? You may not be ready yet because it may not go well, all right? And so, but the key thing is really start praying and asking the Holy Spirit to come in, all right, and do a work in you. All right, this is why we talk about being humble, okay, getting yourself to a place, because this is more about you than it is about them. Oftentimes we're worried about what they have done to us, but sometimes God wants to do a work in us. So there's some maturing we need to do and we need to have. Okay? All right. So now, if it gets to that point though that you have matured and you can get to a place where you can calmly go and talk to them and not feel that you got to defend your position. And this is one of the reasons why I said really write it down. And going back to, we were laughing about it, Robert. But here's again, in your praying, another thing, I will talk about it later, but I'll go ahead and talk about it here. Practice what you're going to say to that person. Amen. Go to a mirror and talk to them, just like you're talking to them. Okay? And then sort of anticipate what you think their response might be. All right? This takes work. All right, but when you do those kinds of exercises, you'll see that you can equip yourself in such a way that you're going to minimize it becoming ignited. Okay. The other thing that you'll do is you can say, all right, when you're practicing, stick to your notes, stick to what's here, because oftentimes what we like to do, especially if we've had some problems with them before, we go grocery shopping. We start going in the bag and pulling up other stuff, right? Right? And bringing it up and putting it on the table. And a lot of times when we'll do that is when we see we losing an argument, then we want to deflect and we go in, well, see, that's just what I'm talking about. You always do this. And those are some key words to stay away from. You always, you never. We go to the extremes, right? We say, you always do that. Every time, all the time. You never do this. You never let me talk. Those are words. Those are poisonous words. All right. So yes. So does that help you?
If I went to the restaurant, so I wouldn't have to say those words.
Right. But that ain't the 2 to 3 witness plan. Yeah. You want witnesses for other reasons. All right. So does that help you, Wayne? Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah. No problem. That's why we're here. So now, in the what was the statement that we were talking about? The question. Okay. I was talking about when you go to that person. Yeah, taking a mature person with you, okay? And not an ally. Not an ally. Don't look for somebody that agrees with you. Because we look for someone who's going to help get your point across. See, you're going to win the argument. You really want to go to win the friend. See, we got to change what the objective is, right? We often go to win the argument. But we really should be going to win the friend, to win the relationship, to make the relationship whole again. And so we have to change what our motive is, okay? So now, here's some things that you got to remember. Some people are stubborn, right? They don't want to hear it. The other person may be immature, right? They may be selfish. And they may be okay with their sin motives. They may be okay with what they have done. We got to realize that can be the way that they are. But who is this about? Is it about them or about us? It's about us. Yeah, it's about us. Now, did you have a hand up or you were saying? Yeah. Okay, come on.
I was trying to get the dynamics of the scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we are at work and if there's a conflict with someone,
right?
You know, and you did mention it in the context of, you know, hopefully you would be in a situation where you are of the same belief.
Right.
So it's more of a Christian, but at your job.
You don't have that, right.
you
You don't have that
have that.
sanctuary, right.
So in that particular
Scenario?
Yeah, you know, case in point, like a lot of people will talk about, just say politics at this point. And I watched it where someone else, they
Came in.
actually got into
Yeah.
like a confrontation.
Oh, yeah, they can,
You
yes.
know, and one of the things that I did was I did not, because they just kind of overblown it. But you know, later on to that person, one of the persons, I said to them, like, I said, you know, you probably should never even gotten into that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then they were saying to me, and then I just said, maybe I should have just kept my mouth shut.
Right.
Because they were saying that, oh, you know, are you that particular
Person's party, right. Yeah, so they thought you were
I just
taking
kind of
sides.
like, not that I didn't know anything, but I
Right.
just kind of watched that, and that's one of the things that I stay away from. You know, is you know, not talk certain things at work.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, if someone, I guess the other side of that with the scenario, if you have issue with a manager or a coworker, and if they, you know, if there's conflict there, you know, you can try to go to them. But I've had other people come to me and just say, you know, Ron, why don't you just move? Or why don't you, you know, try to get in a, move away from that situation? Or why would you even
Entertain
entertain that or even go at that? Because in the end, they're going to always believe that they're right, and you're going to have your own opinion too. So
Right.
I was just trying to get the context of what you were saying.
Yeah, and so let's go there for just a little bit. Let's come out of this perfect Christian environment, okay, for a little bit. And because all conflict isn't going to always happen in a nice place where you can get the mature people and all of those things, okay? All right, so right here, though, this is what Jesus was dealing with. Because if you start off at the very beginning, go to verse 15, what does he say? How does it start? If what? Look at the very beginning. If your brother or sister. So what is he saying? See, he's saying right there that this is a family of believers. Okay, now, excuse me, come outside of that, we have to play by a different set of rules. Okay, and I'll jump all the way down and come back. But at the end of the day, even in a non-Christian environment, there is a posture that we have to maintain. And will always be one of love, kindness, and those kinds of things, because we're trying to win them over to our side, all right? So we're going to apply as much as that as possible, knowing that they're not going to always receive it. And we have to be good with that. But again, it's not about them. It's about, at the end of it all, how do they still see Ron? How did Ron handle that? You see? And so now you're setting a new standard. What I said, we got to go counterculture, right? So when they see us going counterculture and we're not coming back word for word, or, they're cussing you out, you're not going there with them, versus cussing them out and then going over here and ask God for forgiveness. Y'all know how we do it, because I know the Lord know my heart, right? So because we at work. We can't let them punk us like that, right? No, we can't, all right? But again, like I said, it takes more humility to be able to stand there and say, bruh, we don't have to talk like that to one another. We don't. I still love you. Sorry you feel that way. You see, it takes more strength than the, oh no, look at all these folks looking. I can't let them see them do me like this. All right? But there's some will look like, man, because folks know it takes self-control. Right? It takes self-control. And that word meekness in the Bible, when we see it, oftentimes we think it means weakness. But in the Bible, do y'all know what the word meekness really means? Strength under control. All right? It's the word that they use for taming lions. When they would have a lion that with all that strength, and he would just walk around in the king's palace, right? And why wasn't the king afraid of him? because he had strength under control. And so when folks recognize, oh no, he didn't punk you, because it's not like you ran from them and you didn't sit up there and start crying. No, the higher their voice goes, the lower yours goes. And then they're just saying, how can he do that? Why? Because the word says, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. And you got to call on some stuff. Because if they hit the right button on the right day, right, Robert? It's over. In the name of Jesus. It's on, right? Right? So yeah, so what we have to remember, that it's more about how we represent Christ in the moment than how we represent ourselves in the moment. And that's not easy. I don't know if that helps you. Okay, all right. So let's come back to the text. So yes.
I had a situation Sunday morning after morning service.
Uh-huh.
One of the members approached me or accused me of something that I didn't do.
What? Just on Sunday morning? Why couldn't they wait? Now, go ahead. Go on.
It was, and I stood there and listened to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, why you wait till now to tell me this?
Right.
And I don't know anything about it. And she just looked at me and walked off.
So now what you gonna do about that?
Nothing.
But hold it. Now see, here's the thing. Now watch this. I love this. I love when we have real life cases. Watch this, Leon. In your mind, you didn't do anything wrong, right? But what did the text say? Go back and read it. It says if you offended someone, it didn't say it was real or not. It's how they received it. Okay? So that's when you would go to them and say, you know what? If I offended you, right, forgive me. And then ask them, now you can talk to them, how did I offend you? See, it may have been something that you didn't think was wrong, but the way they received it, you don't know. All right, so what do you have to lose by going there? And what do you have to gain? What does the text say? If for your brother says, read the text now, read the text. See, the Lord gave you that. See, but hold it. Right. But did they accuse you of doing something wrong? Okay, so in their mind, you did something wrong. See, look at that. No. But see, this is what. But see, here's the thing. We're called to be Christ's representatives, right? Okay. So in their mind, you did something wrong. So you really want to find out what they thought it was. That's why it says go to them one-on-one and have that conversation. You see, and then you might come back and say, oh, wow, I didn't know that looked like that. See, it may have just been the way it looked. You follow what I'm saying? And so instead of just doing the avoidance or you know, whatever you might do the next time, see, because that's what the devil is doing. He's just trying to sow a little seed. Because anytime he sees where a church looks healthy and things are going well, he's going to find little stuff. And it doesn't have to have any value right now. Because what Satan is doing, he's banking on some stuff. He's banking that, you know what? Okay, I got a little discord there. I got a little something going right there. All right? Just wait. It's coming back. But if you go and nip it in the butt, now Satan like, I got to find another way. All right? That's what it's about. And that's why I'm saying this. Walk with me through the rest of this. And yeah, walk through it. Yeah, this is good. Okay, so here's the thing. So what does this step show us now? This question isn't there. It shows us that there's a deep, if you take 2 or 3 people, what is this step trying to show that person that you take the 2 or 3 people to? What is it trying to show them? What should it be trying to show them? Come on.
Well, I would think it would show them that you're actually trying to be fair.
Okay.
And you're trying to come back with people who don't really have a stake in the game, but you want to make fair to everybody.
Right. So yeah, it shows that you care. Right. All right. It's showing that you have a care. Right. It also lets them know that somebody else knows about it. Okay. Now that can work for you or against you, okay, right? Nikita, remember you said that yeah, don't put your head down. I saw your head go down there. Yeah, it can work against you, all right? But again, if we're selecting right people, not allies, I got to stress that. People know who your allies are. People know who they are, okay? So you want to make certain that you get someone who's going to be objective. And here's the thing. That person that's objective enough, hopefully they told you if you were wrong. Okay? Because then you might say, and guess what, and guess what? And then they go like, oh, okay, now give them permission to tell you what the truth is. Not an ally. Because most of us just go for allies. Let's be honest. We don't go for somebody who's objective. We want some allies. I got some folks now. I got a situation of my own. They came to me and they laid it all out. And when I didn't agree with them, I ain't heard from them since. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
I like to keep objective people in my corner.
Oh, see, hold the key word. No, what was the key word? No, what was the key word? Well, in her corner. See. But then that takes away their objectivity.
It's a good reason.
But that takes away their objectivity.
No.
Yeah. Come on.
Because when I'm off on a tangent, and see, I have a good friend. Whenever I call her, she calls me, and I say, if I say, okay, get me together, that means I'm about to be into some foolishness.
That's
and
right.
I need you to
rein me back in. Rein me back in.
Don't affirm any crazy talk that's coming out of
That's
my mouth.
right.
That's
right.
why you got to have
now
those objective-
put a pin right there before you go any further. Have you already gone to the person, or you going right to your friend?
It depends.
See, you done went wrong. You okay? All right, because sometimes we go there for them to talk us off the ledge, and then also to get an audience and to go ahead on and paint the picture that we wanted them to see. Okay, so this is why it talks about going alone, and that's why I gave us some things to do before we go, where we have to talk ourselves off the ledge, and we have to record what we think happened, and we're trying to keep it small, all right, so it doesn't spread. Okay, but our natural reaction is to do that, is to go to our objective allies, right? That's the natural, and people can feel that. Come on.
Yeah, I was,
You were hurt.
I was agree with her.
You agree with it? Yeah. To a certain extent. All right. Yeah. Come on.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have a person that I bounce things off of. And first I call and I say, now tell me if I should be offended.
So you
Overthinking it, if I'm overanalyzing it,
Gotcha.
I'm just being sensitive.
Okay.
So that's what I use.
That's what you use that for. Okay. Yeah.
And make sure that they don't always agree with me. They say, you might be a little oversensitive, or you just did not understand.
Okay.
Maybe you should go and get understanding.
Okay.
Before you become offended.
Okay.
So that's what.
That's why you use that policy there too. No matter what Jesus said do, right? Come on, right? No matter what Jesus tell you to do, you got your own policy.
Right.
Leon, I'm coming back, bro. I ain't forgot. This is good, isn't it? Come on.
Pastor,
Yes.
Just a question.
Yes, sir.
You know, we're talking about people. We're talking about people who are supposed to be saved in the Lord.
Right.
And you know, most times on our jobs, we don't have many people who are saved. Number one. Most jobs. Well,
okay.
some jobs.
It doesn't matter. It could go either way. Come on.
Right. But the actual point I'm making is this: if you're one of the few that are saved, and if your life is an example of how you should handle a situation, and people do now, let me tell you, people do watch what you do on the job when you claim you're Christian, because two of the hardest places to be a Christian is at home and at work,
and at church,
all three. Okay.
All right.
You know what?
Three places.
The point I'm saying is this. If you are on your job and you conduct yourself within such a way, people will come to you when they know that you don't get in foolishness, and they'll come to you and say, look, Pride, what do you think about so-and-so? Let me tell you something. If you conduct yourself on that job and you're not a gossiper, you don't get involved in foolishness, you simply stake back one, your life is
becomes that example.
What you're about. So people will come to you and say, Thomas, what do you think about this situation? And they'll come to you one-on-one, and it won't be no crowd. Say, look, man, be honest. Do you think I was wrong? And they will actually take your word. Say, you know what, bro, you were, man. You just jumped up on that guy, and you did not give him a chance at all. If you follow what I'm saying. So basically, your life as a saved person, it actually shows because they know that you're the same way 24/7, 365. It's whether it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It doesn't matter.
Right.
You should be the same way all the time. And that's just how life is. Should be.
That's going back to what Ron was talking about in his environment, and that's the point I'm making, that if you handle those things rightly, okay, it's not about the other people. Then when others get into certain situations, they're going to remember that, and then they're going to come to you. And if they're not safe, see, that's your light being on, and that gives you an opportunity to show where your strength comes from to be in that counterculture move. Okay, so that's what gets there. And so, Veronica, these Jesus moves, and Nikita, there's a reason he wrote these things in there, because he knew one day that I had to sit here and try to help my sisters out and my brother over here, but this is real, because the behavior, the person may be saved, but we're all at different degrees and different levels and different degrees of maturity. All right, some are babes, some still got the umbilical cord. We still, and then some of us, we can be in church 40, 50 years and still only have 1 year of Christian experience. And a lot of times this is what happens, why people get so upset too, when that person says, I've been in church all my life, but then they don't act like it. And that really messes people's minds up, because we think every year you're getting older, you should be maturing. Okay, but many of y'all may not know, but I was in construction. I was a general contractor. And people would come to me and talk about how many years experience they've had in their trade. Okay, let's say that they're a carpenter. And they say, oh man, I got 17 years of carpentry. All right, well, I'll throw them a few figures and, give them a little assignment to have them go cut some wood and everything. Now, most of you know there's no such thing as a board stretcher. You're supposed to measure twice and cut once, right? If you know anything about carpentry, right? All right, so I would give them a few things and tell them how to do it, and when they bring it back, I can look at it and say, okay, you don't have 17 years of experience. You got 1 year experience 17 times. So what I'm saying is, some people, once they got saved, they didn't move any further along in their maturing. And so their behavior is the same year in and year out. What we're doing right here now, this is a deep dive, because we're unveiling some things. We're revealing some things about how we really behave. Okay, and I really appreciate y'all being open and honest about it, because oftentimes we can give that church answer, right, and feel real warm and fuzzy that we talked about it. But we're trying to get some resolution about some stuff for Sunday. For Sunday come, right? Yeah, for Sunday come. Because as we continue to grow in number, we also have to grow up in spirit. And just as people watch you at work, they're watching you here at church. How somebody might come at you wrong. You see, and how are you going to handle that? Especially if there's any kind of title or position or role that's attached with your name, okay? The envelope's going to get pushed. Just to see. And the enemy, that's what his goal is, okay? So now, I ask, what does this step do? All right, so we know that we don't want allies. We want mature, objective individuals, right? So it tells us, when we take somebody with us, it tells us that we care about the person. It also lets them know that other people now know about it, okay? Now, here's the thing about it. They know that you have come to them first, right? And you can tell them, say, I have shared this with no one else but you and I. That's why I'm coming to you, Nikita. This is just between you and I. And you really should start it like that, because then that sort of gives them, because the first thing, who else have they told? You start worrying about how I got to work this out. This is just between me and you. Okay? Can we talk? Now, here's another thing about it. Always start about how you made me feel, not what you did to me. Okay? Not what you did. Now, I'm going to go back to you, Veronica, because you made a statement about when you go to the other person for counseling, just to see if you were really offended. Right. Guess what? If you felt you were offended, you were offended. Okay? Now, if you take that process that we talked about, what you're going to do first, looking in yourself, you could probably answer most of those questions yourself. But the minute you pull that other person in, now you have destroyed the opportunity to have a one-on-one conversation with you and that person where nobody else knows about it. Because, see, nobody else needs to know about it. If that's where it can stop, right there. Nobody else needs to know it. Nobody.
That's after the one. I mean,
At the one-on-one.
after the one-on-one,
Yeah.
then
Yeah, see, most of the time we go to step 2, then we back up to step 1. Because we go to step 2 to see if we ought to do step 1. I went to talk to her, and she said, I need to come talk to you. Right? Because we didn't read the scripture which said, do step 1. You follow me? And don't take them to lunch to do step 1 and 2 at the same time. You got, she said, you know what, I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm going to take her, I'm going to do the one-on-one, and I got my 2 witnesses just in case this don't turn out like I wanted to turn out. Okay? So there's a reason for Jesus' steps here. Is this helping us at all? Okay. All right. So now, it also, in taking an objective person, prevents there to be a bias or selfish reaction. Now, again, this is what we're hoping for, all right? Now, here's the other part we got to be hoping for. We must be ready and willing to listen to their objective position, to the other person, okay, which we may not agree with, okay? All right, so take a couple of minutes and breakthrough number 3. I think that's what y'all on right now, breakthrough number 3. We are to be blank in blank, not blank. That's it. Yeah. So go ahead on and do what you want to do on that. I tell you what, I'm going to help you out. Which word do you want? I'll give you one word. Yeah. So how many want the first word? Everybody want the first word? Okay. All right. So we are to be persistent. I gave you the first word. So everybody, now you can work from there. Work at it as your individual and then at your table. Now we're going to split this again. That group over there and then that group over here. Got about 30 seconds. Get a table answer. Got to get a table resolution. First, all right, y'all gonna go first? Y'all. All right, the back table said they're gonna go first. All right, come on.
We are to be persistent in reconciliation, not resistant.
Okay, all right, that sounds pretty good. What y'all got? No, don't be nodding for them. Give them your own ass. That means they right. Come on, what y'all got, boy? Sure. Oh, he don't put you out there. Yeah, he was secretary. Brand got it going on.
Well, I didn't use a big word like you all did. I said not standoffish.
Okay, all right. Now read your whole sentence in.
We are to be persistent in reconciliation and not standoffish.
Okay, all right. What y'all got over here, Wayne?
Had a conflict here.
Y'all had a conflict. They got a. They got.
We came up with two words. One was inconsistent, another was not be pretenders.
Okay, so we are to be persistent in reconciliation, not inconsistent.
Pastor, would you let Deacon Boss tell her, because she said she had it.
She got it? Okay. Oh, no, so y'all got conflict at y'all table. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to cause no conflict. No, yes, because y'all supposed to be together. Y'all supposed to be together. Y'all supposed to be together. No, y'all supposed to, y'all gave one answer. No, no. All right. I'm just messing. What you got, Deacon Boss?
I feel offended
Okay, you feel offended?
and not be,
You feel offended or you put offended?
and not offended.
Okay, all right, so here's the answer. We are to be persistent in reconciliation, not resistant. Yeah. So they got it. All right.
See, we were supposed to be a part of that group. See?
All right, so I think it's at the top of the hour. Brother Smith, I don't know, can you hold on to next week, bruh? Yeah. All right, and look, between 9 next week, you got to at least try step 1 before you come back. All right, try step 1 before next week. How many of you got some folks you can try step 1 with? Okay, good. We got some test cases here. So try step 1 by next week. If you got some places you can try it, let's go ahead on and do that, and then we can talk about how well that worked. Hopefully this was helpful to at least start thinking about conflict resolution and how we're supposed to do some things. Veronica, it's good to know seriously that you deal with this all the time, and hopefully what we learn here will be helpful, because some of these you can transfer and some of them you can. And then for you, Ron, continue to walk, be that light, in those kinds of situations, because people are watching. And they're looking for an opportunity to either say, that's why I want to follow, or that's why I don't want to follow. And so we got to remember, it's not about us as much as it is about Christ. And these tools that he's given us is so that we can be his representatives, as we will see as we get into next week, okay? All right. Go ahead on and introduce. I know you introduced yourselves, but do it one more time, and then lift up any prayer requests, and then pray yourselves out at your table. Someone would pray. Just meet each other. Go around and tell each other's name again, and then